Hey guys, it's Kiosha and welcome back to another video. As you can tell from the title of the video, I am going to be talking about books today. So if you want to see all of the books I'm going to be reading and get some good recommendations, then keep on watching. Alright you guys, so let's just get into the video. So today I am actually going to just be picking out books with you guys to show you what I'm going to be reading in the month of June. As you guys know, I said in my last video, my introduction video, that my goal for the year was to read 52 books. But unfortunately, life be lifing and I have gotten back behind in my reading, girls. Work has been kind of hectic, life has been hectic, and I just haven't had time to read. So I was really 10 books behind in my reading goal, which equivalent to 10 weeks behind, and I can't catch up with 10 weeks worth of books. So I kind of adjusted my goal to 27 books this year. There are 27 weeks left in the year, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere around there. And so that's going to be my goal starting from June. We're just going to do a refresh right quick, set my goal as 27 and try to read a book every single week until the end of the year and reach our goal of 27 books for the year. I'm a little disappointed because last year I read 60 books, but the year before then I didn't read but 4 or 5. So, you know, it's kind of averaging out around here. But I am kind of disappointed because I know I could have did it, but it's just life is life and I just don't have time. So I'm trying to get back into it. I'm trying to make time. Sometimes you just have to sit down and make time to do things that you want to do. And I've let this fall at the wayside. And like I told you guys before, I love to read. It's one of my favorite pastimes. So I really want to get back into it. So with that being said, let's talk about how I read books. So I currently don't buy physical books. I used to have bunches of books and books everywhere around my house, and I did like a massive cleanup a couple years ago and just like decluttered everything in my house that was just bringing me down and weighing me down and making me feel like I was claustrophobic in my own home. I always say that I was borderline becoming a hoarder, and I was like, oh hell no, I gotta clean this shit up. And so that's what I did. And one thing I noticed that I had was a lot of books. I had lots and lots of books because I love to read, but I don't read books, and I did not want to create a library, so I had to get rid of the books because they did not bring me joy, if you know the Marie. And I had already read them and I wasn't going to reread them because I don't reread books. So I just got rid of them. So now I only either get a digital book or I'll get books from the library or I will borrow books from my friends. And that is the only way that I read books, because digital books take up digital space, not physical space. And then the books that I have temporarily that I have borrowed that take up physical space will eventually leave my home and go back to their home, their original homes that I borrowed them from. So that's kind of my methodology on how I read and why I read the way that I read. Now, I did mention that I read digital books, and how I read digital books is I use a website called BookBub. And I got put onto this website by a friend probably about 3 years ago. It was a good thing and a bad thing, and let me explain. The good thing is that you sign up and you get to pick your own genres that you like to read, and what it will do is it'll send you emails based on your preference. You can get an email every day, I think every week roundup, or once a month or something like that. I decided to get an email every single day. And so what it is based off the genres that you say you like. When you sign up for this website, it will send you an email every day, suggestion of books that you like to read. I think you can also pick out like the prices of the book or the price point of the book. I picked out free or reduce or under $5.99, I believe, or somewhere around there. I can't remember. And so the good thing is the prices are reduced, but the bad thing is the books are free, you guys. I have been collecting books for 3 years. Guess how many digital books I have between my Kindle app and my Apple app that I have not read? Can you guess? I'm gonna give y'all a minute. Don't say nothing about me when I tell you what the number is, okay? Y'all ready? 216 books. I have 216 digital books that I have not read, that I have been collecting over the last 3 years. So I kind of made a pact with myself this year that I cannot go to the library and get a book and I cannot borrow a book from a friend until I get this list down. And at the beginning of the year, this list wasn't at 200. It was like 180 something. So I'm still collecting books every day. Let me tell you something. I can't pass up a good book. If it sounds good, it's free, I got to download it. I got a problem, okay? I don't know why. I got a problem. I really, really do. I can't do nothing about it. I'm just addicted. I don't know what else to tell you. The least thing I can do is read these damn books, right? So I cannot get any physical books or borrow any books unless it's the book club book. That's a different story. Unless it's a book club book or it's some author that I really, 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 really want to read. But for the most part, you will see me reading physical books because of the issue I just told you, because these 216 books that I need to read that I don't got for free. Okay, you guys, so the website is called BookBub. And so when you log in, you'll just come to a home screen and it'll have like your name and stuff. And it'll have like a list of the books for the day that it basically emailed you. And then you can do more searches. So as you can see, my categories are bestsellers and mystery, thriller, action. And I've clicked crime and thrillers. You can also do like cozy, psychological, historical. I probably should do psychological. Let me click that and save that, child. I don't know why I ain't got that one, but I have that. And then they have romance. You can pick contemporary, rom-com. Oh, I love rom-coms. Let's add that on there. And you know, new adult, romantic, suspense, erotic. They have fiction, fantasy, science fiction, horror, teen and young readers, religion and spirituality, nonfiction, LGBTQ plus, and black stories and experiences. And the ones with the arrow, you can open it up and be a little bit more specific. So if you want to know about cooking or parenting or true crime when it comes to nonfiction, they have several stuff in fantasy, horror, supernatural, suspense, and then fiction. They have historical, women's, literary, and a classic. So it's very much a lot of things that you can choose from, and it's such an amazing site. And as you can see, they have deals like this book is $1.99 and this one's $1.99. So yeah, I really love this website. And they even have like 99-cent books, you know. And then you can, I think you can buy the most popular ones on here. I'm not sure for real, but you could just go through the website. I don't really use the website. I just used it to sign up and actually get my categories together. And I just do the emails. I hardly ever log in, but I wanted to log in to kind of show you guys what the website looks like. So I will go ahead and put my referral link down below. I don't know if I make any money if you actually buy a book. If I do, it's probably pennies on the dollar, and it's not going to change it for you. So you can use my link to sign up and do whatever you would like, or you just go to bookbub.com and sign up from there if you don't want to use my link down below. No big deal. Let's go ahead and pick out our books. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a screen recording of my laptop so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. Okay, so what you'll see on my screen right now is my book list for 2023. As you can see, there are 216 books on this list, and I do have a sheet where I've read books. I've read more than 8 books this year. Actually, I've read 11. Yeah, I like that so much more, but I've read 11 books, and I kind of put the ones that I've read from that previous list on there so it won't pick a book that I've already read. And then I have a random.org where it will generate 5 books for me to read randomly. Now the rules are that if a book is not the first book in a series, as you can see, I have the if it's a series, yes or no. Oh, well, I guess I should tell you. So I have the title, the author, whether it's a series, the series name, what number book it is in the series, and I can take this read out, and then what platform it is on so I can find it easily, either on my Kindle app or my Apple Books. So that's how that works. And then over here, the random generator, I have generate 5 random numbers, and from 1 to 216. Well, actually, we should do 2 because 1 is the top of the list, and then to format it into 1 column. So let's go ahead and generate our numbers. All right, so here are 5 numbers. So the first number is a 101. So what is 101, you guys? 101 is she wore mourning. I probably spelled that wrong. It says it's the first book in a series, so we're gonna highlight that one. Can I highlight that? Nope. I'm used to Excel. I don't know how to use this one, but we're just gonna write that. All right, so the first one is 101. Sorry for the crumpling, I got a pen. And I'm gonna write these down because I'm gonna read them after I read you the synopsis and stuff and show you the actual book cover as I read the synopsis. And the next one is 140. So let's see what 140 is. Don't Lie to Me. It's the first book in a series, so that's okay. And then we have a 69. Boop, boop, boop. 69 is The Diary. Okay. I feel like I started reading this one already and didn't finish it, but I don't know. Sounds familiar. 211 is, let's see, Victim 14. Okay, it's the third book in a series. So since it's the third book in the series, we're gonna go ahead and read the first book in that series, which is 12 years ago. So line number 209. And then the last book, but certainly not least, is 165, was Last Seen. 165. And then of course the fourth book will be our book club book. So let me gather them together and I will be right back. All right, you guys, so I have my phone here and I'm going to read you the synopsis of the books that I pick out. I will put the covers right here if I do not have the physical book with me. So the first book we picked was on line number 101 and it's called She Wore Mourning by P.D. Workman. And it's a Zachary Goldman mystery, and this is the first book in this series. It says, a dead child, a mother deep in mourning. Private investigator Zachary Goldman's life isn't all roses, but he tries to put his own shattered life behind him to investigate the death of a 5-year-old Declan Bond. Declan's death has been ruled an accident, but his grandmother thinks there is more to it. She fears Declan's mother will not be able to find peace until Zachary can give them answers once and for all. But as Zachary digs into the circumstances surrounding Declan's death, he finds that all is not as it seemed, and somebody doesn't want him to find the truth. So that's the first book we picked. All right, so the second book we picked was on line 140 of the spreadsheet, and it's called Don't Lie to Me by Willow Rose, and it's a Eva Ray Thomas mystery, and it's the first book in the series. And it says, when 12-year-old Sophia Williams went on a Girl Scout summer camp, she never returned home. 3 months later, her body is found inside her sleeping bag in the most frequent area of Cocoa Beach, and the town is outraged. The girl isn't just any child. She's the town's most beloved surf idol, and it was believed that she could be the next Kelly Salter. As another child, the son of a well-known singer is kidnapped, and the parents receive a disturbing video. FBI profiler Eva Ray Thomas, who has just returned to her hometown, divorced and out of a job, plunges into the investigation, breaking her promises to her children not to do police work again. With her old flame Matt Miller in charge, local law enforcement are the ones who ask for her help in a case so unsettling that only she can solve it. But the deeper they dig, the deadlier it becomes for Matt and Eva Ray. Soon everyone she holds dear is in a grave danger as the case hits a little too close to home. Y'all, I love a mystery, so if I get excited and say that sound good, I'm gonna say every book sound good. Just ignore me. I think every book gonna be good. That's a murder mystery or suspense of some sort, so it's just my first love when it comes to genres. Okay, our third book on line number 69 was called The Diary by Julia Dirk. The complete story, Loving a Killer. Okay. And it says, a happy marriage, terrible secrets. Happily married Lexi Woods thought losing a child would be the worst thing that could ever happen to her. It turns out that life has more ugly surprises for her. When she is finally through the heavy depression of losing her newborn, she finds her husband's diary. As she reads it, she learns that he has been unfaithful to her. He's not at all the man she thought he was. Unfortunately, that's not the worst part. Not only has the love of her life gone behind her back, but it also looks like he's killed his mistress. What else could he be hiding? Baby. Okay. Miss reading people's diary. That's why you should mind your business. But we're going to see how this going to turn out. Okay, our fourth pick was on line 211, but it wasn't the first in the series, so we picked the first book in that series, which was on line 209, and it's called 12 Years Gone by KJ Kellis. And it says, 12 years gone, Sarah Smidget went out for a hike a month before heading to college on a cross-country scholarship. She never came back. In the 12 years she's been gone, the local police have done little to help the family, leaving them with the desperate knowledge that Sarah could still be alive somewhere, somehow. The family hasn't given up their hope for revenge, or at least answers. Emily, a former Chicago PD cold case detective suffering from painful skeletons in her past, holds the hope of the family in her hands. Can she overcome her own history in order to help them find Sarah and get the justice they need? So yeah, okay. Folks go out hiking and come up missing, child. 12 years is a long time. I wonder if it's foul play. That sounds interesting. We're going to see how that goes. Okay, guys, so our fifth pick was on line 165, and it was called Last Seen by Joy Kluver, I think it is. And it says, I can see her laughing as she swings as high as she can, her beautiful blonde curls flying out behind her. My little girl, if only I listened to my gut, then maybe she'd be safe here with me. When 5-year-old Molly Reynolds is snatched from the park in a small village of Otterfield, Detective Bernadette Bernie Knowles throws herself into the search, sick with worry for the quiet, sensitive little girl and her distraught mother. Wasting no time, Bernie finds a small green cardigan under a bush in the park. It still has the smiley face sticker Molly won that week at school. It's the first in the chain of clues, and Bernie can't shake the feeling that it was left deliberately as a message. But Bernie encounters a wall of silence. Otterfield is a close-knit community, yet no one in the village has anything to say about the missing child. And Bernie is sure there is something Molly's mother isn't telling her either. Why? And then she makes a chilling discovery. 25 years ago, another little girl went missing from the area. Her name was Sophie, and all they ever found of her was her teddy bear hidden under a bush, just the same as Molly's cardigan. Now Bernie knows she's in a race to get time to save Molly's life. Bernie teams works around the clock to find a connection between the two girls, but when they find their proof, it comes to a price of shocking tragedy that strikes at the heart of the case. Molly's family has been hiding a secret, and now their little girl is in greater danger than ever. Y'all, them little small town secret books be, I'm telling you, they be popping off. You be like, these people in these little towns crazy. And sometimes I look around because I live in a little town in the country, okay? I don't play by mine, though. Fuck me if you want to. But them little small town ones, they be off the chain, y'all. And then our sixth and final book that I'm going to try to read this month is our book club book of the book. Book club book of the book is our book club book of the month, called You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty by Akwaeke Emezi. I think I'm saying it right. If not, I so apologize. But it looks like this. And the synopsis says, I promise y'all, I can't read these names, and I apologize if I say this wrong. I think it's Akwaeke wants to learn how to be alive again. It has been 5 years since the accident that killed the love of her life, and she's almost a new person now. An artist who owns studio, sharing a brownstone apartment with her ride-or-die best friend Joy, who insists it's time for I'm gonna call her Fee, to ease back into the dating scenes. Fee isn't ready for anything serious, but a steamy encounter at a rooftop party cascades into the whirlwind summer she could never have imagined. Luxury trips to a tropical, elegant, decadent meals and glamorous home of a celebrity chef and a major curator who wants to launch her art career. She even started dating the perfect man, but their new relationship might be sabotaged before it has a chance by the overwhelming desire Fee feels every time she locks eyes with the one person who is most definitely off limits, his father. This new life she asked for just got a lot more complicated, and Fee must begin her search for real answers. Who is she ready to become? Can she release her past and honor her grief while still embracing her future? And of course, there's the biggest question of them all. How far is she willing to go for a second chance at love? Baby, this messy as fuck. Let me tell you something. I'm about to read this one first. I'm about to get into this because this sounds messy, drama filled, and all the things. So you got the perfect guy, but you like his daddy too. You ain't shit. She ain't shit. So I'm gonna read this one first, y'all. I'm just letting y'all know. When y'all see it in the vlog, I'm gonna be reading this one first, okay? This one right here. All right, you guys, so I hope you enjoyed today's video. Like I said, I love reading, and so probably the first Sunday of every month will be a reading video so that I can give you a wrap up of how my reading went throughout the month, and you'll get sneak peeks of how my reading went throughout the month if you watch my vlogs, because most time if I'm reading a book, I will talk about it in my vlogs. But if you don't want to be spoiled and you want to skip that part, then you can wait to the first Sunday of every single month and see how did my reading go. Did I finish my damn books or not, and what I thought of them, and what we will pick out for the next month. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any more videos from your girl, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.